Good evening. So, time for a more serious video. This just came in, got a notification from RT, and I was reading through it, and it just really seems kind of strange, kind of seems a little off. I wonder if this is an indicator of a turning point, if you will, when it comes to, what is it, Section 230, I believe it is, as well as, retail sales online. So, very interesting. Let's go ahead and take you on over. Of course, I'll put the link to the article in the description and the first comment. U.S. sues eBay on environmental grounds. And I thought, this sounds interesting. So I got to reading into it. And, some of the stuff, half the stuff, in my opinion, has merit. And the other half the stuff just has me kind of scratching my head. So it says U.S. Justice Department sued online auction giant eBay on behalf of the Environmental Protection Agency on Wednesday in a Brooklyn federal court, claiming the platform has been selling hundreds of thousands of harmful and toxic products that violate U.S. environmental law. eBay sold, offered for sale, or caused the sale of more than 340,000 so-called aftermarket defeat devices, car and truck accessories made to disable the emissions controls required by U.S. law in order to increase fuel economy, according to the suit. Interesting. So, I just really have a suspicion on that. I don't know if it's just those, like any type of devices that would be for the reasons what they stated, or if this would overlap into, I don't know, even the, say, performance modules, or you know what I mean, the systems that people can buy and put on their cars so they can fine-tune shift points and how the engine operates and all that good stuff. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with computer or computer-type equipment and vehicles these days. So I don't know if some of that stuff is being included in here, because that would, that would certainly go against the whole emission thing. So I thought that was kind of an interesting, but let's continue on. It says the platform also allegedly permitted the sale and purchase of more than 23,000 wrongly labeled or restricted pesticide items and unspecified bogus COVID-19 cures in violation of previous stop sale orders in 2020 and 2021. I have no idea on the claimed cures or anything. I can't say, I don't hang out on eBay looking around. I don't know exactly what they're referring to. I'm sure that there was plenty of wackaloons out there with a bunch of stuff that they were trying to pass off. But the thing of it is, the pesticide, restricted labeled or, wrongly labeled or restricted pesticide items. And I think, because I do have pest control experience, and I think about that and I think, what do they mean by that? And the reason I say that is because in some states, like Illinois here, I can buy, as just an individual, I can buy the exact same commercial chemicals to do pest control as what the pest control companies use. By law, I can buy those chemicals. However, law stipulates that if I'm buying those chemicals, that I can only do it per person, just my own stuff. I can't go out for hire to do it. I'm not supposed to be running around doing it for everybody. It's just for your personal use. So I have to question this, because I don't know what they mean by, wrongly labeled or restricted, because it depends. Like, every state makes, a big difference. Now, see, I can buy, for example, pesticides and use them like there's no tomorrow, right? But I can't buy a pellet gun in the state of Illinois. I mean, you can, I think the little one, if you go to like Amazon and eBay and stuff like that, no, you can't buy one. They won't sell it to you even if it's one that is under the limit or whatever. But yeah, in the state of Illinois, to have like the 22 caliber high power air rifles, you have to have a FOID card, a firearm owner identification card. So yeah, I can buy pesticides that some states can't buy, but they can get BB guns that I can't. So I guess is that a trade-off? I don't know if that's a trade-off. But it says here, the auction site also stands accused of allowing the sale of over 5,600 items containing methylene chloride for the removal of paint and coatings, one of 52 purposes for which the chemical was declared off limits last year by the EPA due to severe health risks, including cancer, neurotoxicity, and death. I want to comment on that, but YouTube has spanked me really hard if I do. So just know that the thought was there. Wow. I don't really know. I would have to look up methylene chloride just off the top of my head. I would have to look it up. I'll be honest, it sounds familiar. I'll have to look it up. But it says laws that prohibit selling products that can severely harm human health and the environment apply to e-commerce retailers like eBay, just as they do to brick-and-mortar stores. Assistant Attorney General Todd Kim of the DOJ's Environment and Natural Resources Division said in a DOJ press release accompanying the suit. The lawsuit accuses eBay of violating the Clean Air Act, the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, and the Toxic Substances Control Act. Okay. Well, there had to be some sellers that were selling to the wrong states or to the, you know what I mean? It had to have been a situation, because again, I could order those chemicals for myself and nothing would be foul. I mean, it'd be perfectly legal on everybody's part. The site does not directly sell products, instead serving as a platform for auctions and sales between its users. However, while the U.S. well-known Section 230 clause protects internet platforms from liability for information posted by third-party users, theoretically, absolving a platform like eBay of legal responsibility for listings that misrepresent the item on offer, the provision permits platforms to be held responsible for the actions of their users if there is a federal criminal liability involved. Are you getting a feeling like this is some kind of a shakedown for some reason? Because I'm really getting a feeling like this is some kind of a shakedown. Let's continue though. It's only a couple of more paragraphs. The e-commerce giant, which could face billions of dollars in fines if found guilty, has slammed the suit as entirely unprecedented and vowed to fight the charges. eBay is blocking and removing more than 99% of the listings for the products cited by the DOJ, including millions of listings each year, the company said in a statement released in response to the suit. eBay's terms of service require sellers to follow all applicable laws and include detailed policies delineating, that's a hard one, delineating, I can't do it, I'd have to hear it immediately and then do it. I can't even say it right in my head, and that's the problem. Delineating, I can't do it, man, yeah. Anyway, banned items. The site has restricted pesticide sales since at least 2022, forbids the sale of defeat devices, and lists methylene chloride as a banned item under its hazardous materials policy. So, okay, again, with like the methylene chloride, if that is against the law, then yeah, I understand why they would be getting in trouble for that. That just, duh. But, the defeat devices, I need to know more about the defeat devices, because I think there's being a whole lot more thrown into there than what should probably be thrown into there. And in my opinion, none of it should be thrown into there anyway, because if it's your car, that means it's your property, and you do with it what you damn well please. It's time the government gets the hell off our asses on every single little thing. But that's another argument for another time. You know, I just, like I say, it almost seems like there's a shakedown going on, and I'm kind of asking why. You know, why, what's going on? What's going on behind closed doors and backroom deals that we know nothing about? That's my question. Anyway, interesting. We'll have to keep an eye on this and see where it goes. Shalom.